Okay, stretching, the hardest one. This is the important one I want to do, stretching. Okay. On guitar, pretty much all of your fingers are longer than the width of the neck of the guitar, right? So sometimes we have in our mind this idea that a stretch is in this direction on the guitar, it's this way. But it's not. A stretch in the guitar is this way, okay? Coming across the fingerboard, up the fingerboard, or down the fingerboard, depending on where you're setting your hand. So really what we want to do in guitars, we want to stretch this part of the hand, okay? We don't want to really try and extend the length of our fingers too much. Small fingers are quite good for guitar, although of course I know many guitarists with big fingers who are good at the guitar. But stretching this way, stretching the palm, the breadth of the hand is very important. And there is quite a lot of flexibility in here. But think about in life, you pick up a bag, you know, you hold a pencil, you drive a car, you drink a beer or a Coke or something, right? You always do this, you clench your fist, you bring your hand together, you sort of squeeze your hand together. What I want us to do is want us to get used to fanning the fingers out, to stretching the hand more. And it means that we can reach big stretches. There's some huge stretches in things like the chaconne and other pieces that are really important. You need to be able to do these stretches, okay? So I have a nice way of building up this idea, but it's a little bit like going to the gym. It's a little bit like lifting weights or something. You've got to be quite careful, because remember, your fingers and your hands are quite fragile. So if you're practicing something and it hurts, stop. Okay? You know? Sì. Maybe you can translate a little bit of what I said.
Sì, praticamente sta dicendo che c'è lo stiracchiamento, cioè no? Non è tanto in questa direzione qua, ma invece laterale sulle tastiere, perché dici che insomma ci sono molte cose che possono fare con le mani per migliorare un po' questo aspetto, però che nella vita tendiamo sempre a chiudere il pugno perché guidando, bevendo, oppure cioè, non ci sono movimenti naturali che facciamo, specialmente in questo senso. Questi sono esercizi importanti perché c'è più pezzi di
So place your finger again at F, okay, first finger. Don't lift this finger. Leave this finger pushing energy into the fingerboard, so still playing a nice strong F. With the thumb, I want you to play between F and F sharp, 1 and 2, like Jaws, the sharp. Okay? Now, don't lift 1. Move finger 2 to fret 3. So it's a little out of its comfort zone, yeah? Okay? And keep moving, I'm making a stretch here, in here, okay? Move it to finger 4, or fret 4. Okay, very good. No problem for you. Very good. Young people are quite good at this. Old people, it's like, ah! Okay, can we do 5? Without lifting 1, see? No buzzing. Now, go back to 4. Go back to 3. Go back to 2. And stop. Now, as we did this, right, if you watch my hand, we really stretch between here, okay? And you should feel it. You should feel that you're really stretching. You're really stretching tendons, you're stretching skin. You're actually really letting the fingers go out in this direction, fan out, giving you more flexibility between your fingers, okay? Now, like I said, if anything feels sore, stop. But here's the trick. Don't extend to here and then take your hand off. That's almost like lifting the weight and then just throwing it away, okay? You extend and then you contract, you expand and you contract. So you teach your hands that they can stretch and then they can pull back. And they're in control of both parts. So they extend and contract and you're in control of that, okay? Now of course there's not many examples where you're going to actually be going boom, boom, like this. But if you do a little bit of technical practice on getting some separation, some flexibility between each digit, whenever you play bar chords and you have a very complicated stretch and there's a lot of directional movement, whether it be lateral, whether it be in this case sometimes horizontal, vertical movement, either one, you get these stretches, you get moments where you need flexibility between the fingers, okay? Here a little barre and then a stretch, something like that, you can play all the notes and they will sound. You know, in a lot of contemporary music, we were playing Brouwer yesterday, there are some really tricky stretches. You don't want to feel like the stretch is only happening in no more, you want to feel really in control of the stretch. So let's try finger 1 to finger 3. Now I've started finger 3 on fret 2, do you see that? So in a sense, I'm squeezing the finger. Because 3 not normally coming towards 2. But in guitar, we also have a lot of trying to fit a lot of fingers into a small space, which is also difficult, okay? Take it to its normal place, 3. Good. Don't left 1. Let's take it to fret 4. Now, that's okay, I think. You should feel a little stretch, but not much. Let's take it to fret 5. Remember, anybody feels sore, just gently stop. Now take it to fret 6. No buzz. Good, now you should feel that. It's like, oh, it's like a stretch. I kind of like it. It kind of feels quite good to stretch. Like getting up in the morning and really stretching your neck or stretching your back. Get these fingers working. Now take it back. Take it back to 4. So you feel it returning to normal. Then to 3. 2. And then everything's cooling down. And then release. Okay? So again, you should have felt it there, now you should feel it there. Yeah? Okay, 1, 4. So this really is a squeeze to make this in here, yeah? Okay, very good. Then next fret. Excellent. Always place your 1 as close to its fret as possible, so you can get as good a stretch as possible. That's normal, yeah? This is a little stretch. Getting bigger, this is fret 6. Fret 7 coming up. No buzz. Hold it there. Let's take it back. To 5 now. To 4. To 3. Then a squeeze to 2. And then off. Okay, so you should have really felt that, yeah? Now, you just need to do that occasionally, just to make the finger remember that it's worth trying to stretch out in this direction, to get a bit of flexibility, okay?